Hi, sorry for the ceiling shot. I'm here. Uh, I don't want to. I'm gonna need to find out a way to just stream audio instead of video. So I don't like to do videos because I'm not looking good. Okay, so here's the deal. It's like there's a lot of deception going on, and I think most people are not aware of it. Even people that are people that I know about that are conservative, like me. Uh, this is the problem. They're gonna cheat no matter what. Okay, I mean, especially in California, in the blue states, they are going to cheat. We know that. Now, I just want to talk about mail-in ballots. Why I would I'm not making a recommendation, but my personal view. Okay, this is the statement I want to make. The statement I want to make is that I'm against making any changes to the current system other than maybe obviously making absentee ballots exceptions for COVID people that don't want to go out. If they don't want to go to the polls because they're afraid they're going to get COVID, uh, then I'm all in favor of that. But I'm not all in favor of blanket sending in mail-in ballot forms. And that's what they're doing in California, and that is going to cause open doors for for voter fraud. Uh, but so I'm trying to clear this up because it's a very complicated issue. There's a lot of people causing a lot of confusion. So before you rebut anything I say, please do not distort what my view is. I'm not making any recommendation about mail-in ballots or anything like that. But I am giving my own reasons why I want to vote in the polls. Okay, and also, I want to express that we don't need to change very much, if anything at all. We currently have absentee voting, and I've used absentee voting. It's easy to do. If you want to absentee vote, I'm 100% for that. But what I'm not against is this garbage that's going on that people are pushing for mail-in voting, or accusing people that want to vote at the polls, want to keep that right, and are trying to defend that right, uh, of saying that we don't want you to be able to mail in your ballot. That's just a lie, okay? And so what I'm trying to do is straighten up the record here and explain to you why I don't want to mail in my ballots anymore. I want to do it in person. And the bottom line is, I feel it's safer to do so. I could be wrong, and that's why I'm not making a recommendation. I could be wrong. It could be that it's worse. It may be worse in some areas. Maybe if they see you and they think you're a Republican and they're a Democrat, they will throw away your ballot when you're not looking. Who knows? I don't put anything past these people. I don't trust any of these people. They're all liars, and they are all trying to cheat. They're cheaters and liars, like all leftists are. That's what I believe. Take it or leave it. And then, so what I want to say was, think about this. I just now saw a documentary, or a CBS report that said that these guys tested out the mail system and found out that 3% of mail and 3% of things that they mailed in. Sorry, I got a fan blowing on me. 3% of the 100 uh, envelopes that they mailed in did not get to the destination that they had put on the address. 3%. Think about that. We're talking about crucial votes, where every vote needs to be counted. Okay, if you want to take that risk, that 3% risk that your mail won't get in, you can go ahead and take that risk. Okay, another thing is, they're advising you to send in your votes early. That that also bothers me. If they scare people into sending it too early, then at the last minute they might change their mind. So that's another reason why I don't like to vote by mail, because I might change my mind. Something might come up at the last minute, and also I want to make sure it gets in on time. And so when I show up at the poll, I know my vote's gonna be counted. In fact, they count those first. They count the polls first at the polling booths. Okay, so that's another thing. And then another thing is, okay, they say there's lots of precautions. They got barcodes on the envelopes to make sure that all of the barcodes that what were sent out came in and all that. But this I know for a fact, they do not have the resources to do 100% audit on the votes. And that's what we need. We need 100% audit on our votes to make sure that every vote is counted. And they're not going to do that, and so that means that people are going to be at the play somebody that you don't see their face. Uh, you send a mail, and how many people are going to touch that mail? The person that collects the mail, you could put your mail in the box, and someone goes and grabs it. A thief. Uh, I've seen mail thievery happen. So who knows? Somebody could grab your mail, grab your your mail-in ballot. Okay, so you have that. Then you have the pickup guy that picks up the mail. He could screw up, and lose it or look at it and see it's a vote and throw it away. And then you got another person that works at the mail sorting facility. They open up the mail. How God knows how many people. It's like an assembly line there. So you got one guy that opens up the mail, another guy that, or not opens up, one guy that like sorts through the zip codes, another guy that sorts through the addresses. Who knows how many different steps there are in this. There's machines that do this. They can make mistakes with the machines. The machines can shred the mail or whatever. Anything can happen. And all that stuff happens. And then there's somebody that delivers the mail to its destination. Then there's somebody that picks up the mail at the registrar of voters uh, and takes that vote. That's one other person. Then that person goes to another person that takes that envelope and opens up, and who knows how many people are involved in that process and how many people are auditing it and watch it. When I go to vote in the poll booth, I know there's somebody watching it. There's witnesses that are there. So it's just feels I feel safer. I feel like there's people there that are watching over my vote. That it's a blind thing. They don't look at it. So in the register of voters, they could just simply open up the votes and go, "Oh, I don't like this one. That's a Republican. Throw it away." And there's no way to audit it. There's no way. It's just like, oh, it just must have got lost in the mail. Sorry. It just totally, to me, I'm not comfortable with that at all. And so if you do mail in ballot, mail it in early. But this is the main focus of what I'm talking about. This is what I think could happen. We know about this COVID, that they're using the COVID as any excuse to take away our freedom. And one of the freedoms they could use is to say, you can't vote in the polls. Okay. And so a lot of states already have mail in ballots, 100% mail in ballots. I think that's a stupid idea. And we should have a choice in that. And they're pushing for all mail in ballots in California. They're suggesting that. There's people that are suggesting that. Now they're promoting the idea of telling people, mail in your ballot, mail in your ballot. Be safe, mail in your ballot. Why are there such a huge push for that? It seems like there's millions of dollars going into this push to make people feel safe about their ballots. And I think it's a sham. And I think that it could easily happen that they close down uh, a voter booths because they say a lot of people registered to vote by mail, so we don't think we need that many voting booths. And then all of a sudden you have people standing in line at voting booths. It happened in Kentucky. They closed down a bunch of voting booths. So it's just I smell a rat, and I don't trust it. And I want the right to be able to go vote in the polls, and I don't want the polling booth shutting down. I don't want any changes to happen except for possibly an exception for COVID. But as far as I'm concerned, that everybody that I know tons of people, including myself, that has voted absentee, and it was no problem at all. So if you want to vote absentee, you can go ahead and do that. So that's all I got to say, is that in summary, I just don't want any changes in the law, and I don't trust voting by mail.